I found my way into working for what would become a giant in the aerospace industry. It was an outfit called the Aerojet General Corporation. Now I'm doing very well. Bought a house, a nice little 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, which in those days, if you bought a $20,000-$30,000 home, you were doing really, really well. Had to work long hours, didn't mind that. Had enormous responsibilities, didn't mind that. But I was becoming very sedentary because it was a sit-down job, and you push buttons and tell people what to do and work, organize workflows and charts and stuff. I was 190 pounds. I looked at and balding, first time really getting so, and unhappy basically. 27 years old now, and I said, Morita, you can't do this the rest of your life. There's only one way to do it if this is what you want to do. You got to go back to school. Well, I'm 10 years out of high school. I got no study methods, and have to do it part-time. It would take me another 6 or 8 years. So I said, no, I don't think that, till I'm 65, for what? Another $500 a month raise? Okay then, let's look way inside your heart and your spirit and see if God gave you one wish in your lifetime to do for the rest of your life, what would it be? Well, let's see, I can't sell cars, I can't do this, I can't and go through this list. And no matter how hard I introspectively looked at myself, I always came up with the same answer. I want to be in show business. Show business? Wait a minute. What do you? We all have that little Jiminy Cricket conscience on our shoulder, It's a show business. What are you talking about? You can't sing, you can't dance, you can't act, you can't juggle, you can't strip, you can't do ventriloquism, you can't. And I kept going, but I can do one thing. I can talk. I'm a good talker. I know what I'll do. I'll learn how to be an MC comedian. I'll learn how to make people laugh. Jiminy Cricket. You're not funny. You can't. Wait a minute. So I just made up my mind at age 30. That was it. I said, if I don't do it now, I'll never do it. And for the rest of my life, I'll kick myself in the you-know-what and be sorry and look back. And I've never been I coulda, woulda, shoulda, been a, do-da, you either do it or you don't, and if you don't look back. So I decided, well, how am I gonna do that? Well, let me figure this out. Head of a computer department, I'm in charge of all the shift work and the workloads. I know what I'll do. Whenever we got a book, see, we weren't large enough yet to have our own computer machinery. We'd have to go out to UCLA down south or the computer leasing places in San Francisco and all over and rent time. So I used to assign all the long programs to myself, things that took 4 hours to find whatever the resolution to the equation was. And I'd let my subordinates take out all the little, quick stuff and run around. And so I'd go into purposely book stuff into San Francisco into the long 2 and 3 and 4 hour computer jobs and hand over the workload to the shift supervisor and say, okay, leave my number where you can reach me. And I'd go to Fax 2, which was a nightclub, and I'd watch Shecky Green and Don Rickles and all these guys. I mean, the comedians fascinated me. They always fascinated me. So or I'd go there, or to several, the Hungry Eye, I'd leave the phone number, where you could read. Of course, things, trouble very rarely came up, but that's how I learned my first chops on how to conduct yourself as a comic and develop what we call laugh ears, and assess audiences, and I absorbed the technique of being a comedian.